All right, well, you're free to go.
Body cam video shows police release an off-duty deputy in Newburgh, Oregon. That after he vomits, falls, and blacks out during a traffic stop.
I pulled you over because you failed to maintain lane. You left the roadway twice. You're admitting to drinking 2 beers.
The redacted footage from April 2023 was released after the DA's office ordered police to honor a public records request.
You just put some gum in your mouth?
The off-duty deputy is Brett Winders, who at the time worked for the nearby Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Do you feel impaired at all?
No. Okay. But I'm obviously noticeable.
Ariel Siqueiros, the first responding officer, says the odor of beer emanated from Winders' vehicle and he had watery eyes, but he was not given a blood alcohol content test.
Just follow the tip of my pen with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Just keep your head straight.
Instead, he was cleared after undergoing standardized field sobriety tests.
I only have two clues on the eyes, so at this point, I don't think I have PC for DUI anymore.
Winders was not charged with a crime. He was taken to a hospital for a checkup and released.
Officer Brett Winders was seen on body cam video intoxicated, yakking, and then somehow being released by his fellow officers.
The nearly 40-minute video also features a dozen periods of silence, totaling around 5 minutes. It's unclear why the officer apparently turned off his microphone during those times. State law and department policy require continuous recording during interactions with suspects.
New pursuits, you get shot at, you can shoot at people, but this is like the scariest thing I've had to deal with.
Winders has since resigned from the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and his law enforcement certifications are under review, though authorities won't say why.
Were you consented to center field sobriety test?
Knowing where I work, is that allowed?
What do you mean? What would that have to do with? I'm just asking if you'll consent or not.
I know. I do not want to make it more difficult for you. It would be easier for me to go with you to provide a breath sample. You know, I don't want to. Yeah, we can do some of this.
In response to discrepancy reports questions, the DA's office asked Oregon's Department of Justice to review the traffic stop case.
You pretty drunk right now?
No, it's just really, really embarrassing. It's very, very anxiety-inducing.
Shout out to Discrepancy Report on YouTube. Please go sub to their channel. Here's the latest from their news site, discrepancyreport.com. Their website would read, Winders wasn't charged with a crime after being pulled over after 11:30 p.m. on April 11th, the year 2023. Following a more than 40-minute traffic stop, the Newburgh Dundee Police Department had an ambulance take him to the hospital for a medical checkup. 2 of the responding officers gave him fist bumps when he left. One parked Winders' own vehicle, a Jeep Cherokee, at a nearby convenience store. Now, here's the thing, all right? This is not a one-off. This is not an isolated incident for Winders, because his name has been reported on previously, and here that is. Oregon Live reported Melissa Canning said she faced retaliation and a bogus criminal investigation after she complained that her patrol partner, that being our dude Deputy Brett Winders, had ignored a credible report from a homeless person who alleged they were the victim of a sex crime. Per the suit, Canning was denied promotions, key job opportunities, and trainings. She was ostracized in the sheriff's office and became the subject of what was dubbed Salsa Gate. Per the suit, she also said she was discriminated against. Plus, the office of the sheriff investigated her unfairly. She seemed to indicate there was racial bias at play. Maxine Bernstein of Oregon Live would update the masses on the suit in April of this year. Canning received a $950,000 settlement on the allegations she faced retaliation for her report on Deputy Brett Winders. In an apparent attempt to get back at Canning, a sergeant would accuse her of theft because she put her leftovers in a to-go box after eating at a Mexican restaurant. The item in question, a bowl of beans, which has a value of $1.91. That is per the suit as well. What gets me is seeing the double standard between someone who is a citizen being pulled over for DUI, stumbling, puking during a traffic stop. Would they have the courtesy of getting a fist bump? Would they have the courtesy of an officer looking out for them and driving their SUV to a convenience store for it to be picked up at a later time? I think not. I think not. And this is exactly the problem with everything that we saw in this body cam video. It's that the cops always look out for other cops, but the people that they're supposed to look out for, the public, and I'm not saying that they should do any of the things that they did for Winders to a private citizen. What they would do to a private citizen should happen to Officer Winders. But it won't. And it never will. We have discussed this many, many, many times. It is called the blue wall of silence. They will cooperate with one another and mute themselves in order to protect one another, because that is the police industrial complex, if you want to put it like that. But what also gets me is that when you see someone like Officer Canning deviate away from the blue wall of silence, then all the arrows get pointed at that person. And that is why there is not only such a huge problem within this industry, but also the hypocrisy of it all. They really tried saying that she should be charged with theft because she put a to-go order of beans in a small little bin that costs $1.91. That's what they tried to pin on her. I'm floored. It shows you, number one, how desperate they were, and number two, that she was onto something. Because Winders didn't do his job as an officer. He clearly was irate that she would accuse him of this, and they tried to then find something to throw at her. Really remarkable stuff, and also very, very disgusting. But am I surprised? No. So what do I say as I end all of these police brutality videos? You really want to see systemic change? You want to see behavioral changes? Dock pay from the officer over time, and also dock part of the budget. The taxpayers should not foot these bills. The police should. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYTSports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.